Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek, I am Penge, and welcome to Super WorldBox, which as you can see on the screen there is a minimalistic god and simulation sandbox game. It's a sort of world simulator game if you like, so we get to build ourselves a world with water and land and trees and mountains and forests and whatnot, and then we put down people and they set up villages and they go about farming and they build civilizations and they go to war, and we just sit back and watch everything happen before our godly eyes. There are ways to fiddle about the world too if you want to, so you can throw down meteors and start fires and create acid rain and all that fun stuff that we can do with all our god powers. It's all pixel art style, it's very lovely, and it is a lot of fun. So I thought we could use this game to answer one of the great questions of our time, a question that has perplexed the best philosophical minds humanity has ever produced, a question that in these uncertain times needs an answer. Which is better, tea or coffee? Yes, we are going to finally lay this argument to rest by using Super WorldBox to determine which is the better beverage, because I'm pretty sure that is exactly what it was designed for. So we're going to simulate a world where tea and coffee are going head to head, and we're going to find out which is the best once and for all. Just before we begin, I was gifted this game by someone who prefers to remain anonymous, which is absolutely fine. Thank you so much for your gift. You know who you are, and your generous gift is going to help provide an answer to this all-important question. So I don't think we should dilly-dally any longer. Let's find out which is better, tea or coffee. Okay, here we go. So this rectangle here is the blank canvas upon which we get to draw our world. And down here are all the tools that lets us draw things out. So we can draw dirt and forests and deserts and mountains and all that kind of stuff. And I've got a bit of a plan for this, which is terrifying because whenever I plan for anything, it inevitably goes wrong. It is a big old shambles, but we'll give it a go, shall we? We will just soldier bravely on. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the words tea and coffee as land. So people can settle on the letters that spell out tea and coffee, because that sounds good. But to accompany both tea and coffee, we're going to have their respective drink holders, if you like. So accompanying tea, we're going to have a teapot, and accompanying coffee, we're going to have a coffee pot, if I can draw them and they don't look terrible. So let's begin, shall we? So we're going to do some sort of ground first. This is just soil. This is your base sort of ground thing. We'll pick a medium brush. So tea is going to be over here. So it's going to be very simple over here. We're just going to have tea spelt out like this. So there we go in my childlike terrible scroll. There is tea. And then down here, we're going to have coffee. So coffee is going to be on this side. Now, of course, we need to give coffee a little bit more room because coffee is a bigger word. So we're going to have coffee over here. So coffee can sit down this side. So there we go. So we've got tea and coffee in. And now we need to draw the thing. So we need to draw a teapot and we need to draw a coffee pot. So the teapot's going to go up here and the coffee pot's going to go down here. Now here we go. It's quite hard drawing with a mouse. I'm not particularly good at drawing anyway. So let's try and draw ourselves a teapot, shall we? So it can come out like this and then kind of go along like that and then back round like that. Then it's got to have a little sort of base area on it like so. There's the handle. And there's my spout, so up like that. So there we go. So a spout like so. We'll fill that bit in. We'll put some stuff on there. And then it needs a sort of a lid of sorts. So we'll do that. And then we'll put a sort of a bobble on the top. So there we go. That is a teapot. Do not question it. It's a teapot. And then we need to draw a sort of coffee pot thing. Now, because we don't really have these in the UK, but they sort of look a bit like this because I've looked on the internet. So it's going to come round like this. And it has a flat bottom. That's where it sits on the sort of little sort of heated sort of pad thing. And then it comes back up like that and then out like that. And then it's got a handle that sort of comes out a bit like that. And then I believe it has maybe a line or two going over like that. So there we go. So tea and coffee are done. So what we're going to do is there's not a lot of land there. There's still not too much land because I've got to build on all these things. So what we'll do is we shall fill in these. So yeah, the coffee pot's got some coffee in. It's got some lovely coffee in the bottom. So we'll fill that up. And the teapot, we might have to fill this bit of the teapot in. The only reason being, tea has only got 3 letters. Coffee has got 6. So coffee's got double the amount of land really over tea as it stands right now anyway. And coffee has also got this big bit of space here. So the middle of the teapot might have to be filled in order to make sure that tea and coffee have the same amount of land to build on. So I think what we'll do is we'll fill the teapot up. Maybe we'll draw some patterns on it or something. Maybe we'll draw some nice patterns on the teapot. In fact, do you know what? Yeah, that'll do. let's do that. Let's make some patterns and we'll fill in, say, that one, and we'll fill in that one, and then we'll fill in the end one. There we go, look. So it's kind of got stripes on it. It's like a stripy teapot. I'm sure that is marvellous. So there we go. So tea and coffee. And now, of course, this is just soil at the moment. So we want to put other things in. So we want to put forests, and there's a little bit of sand, and there's also sort of coastline and stuff we can do here. So what we'll do is I'll just go through and sort of flesh this stuff out. So we'll put in some lovely other features, so hills and whatnot. And just so, it's not just plain boring soil. There we go. So we've got tea and coffee now with various land types. We've got forests and hills, and there's a couple of mountains on there as well. And this sort of this pale looking thing here, this is like coastline, but because the game is paused, nothing is happening with it. As soon as we press play, the ocean will run into that coastline and it will fill it up with lovely coast. So now we get to put things down here. So these are just sort of generic things that we can find around the place. So we want to put seeds down to grow things in the forest and on the ground. So we'll chuck some of those down. First, we'll put these down. So we've got ourselves some stone. So let's make sure that we put down equal amounts of stone to make it a fair battle between tea and coffee, because I suspect people might think I'm biased toward one of these. I don't know why. So we'll put some stone up there, and we just sort of click and it just falls down. So we'll drop a couple of sort of blobs of stone. In fact, let's get a bigger brush for that, shall we? Can we drop a load of stone? There you go. So stone there and stone there. And then we'll put one lot of stone in the letters. We'll do the same here. So a big load of stone just there, big load of stone there, and perhaps a big bit just there. So lots of stone to mine. Then we've got some gold. Precious, precious gold. Let's put that, I don't know, in the middle just there on the teapot and kind of up there on the coffee pot. Then we want to get some iron. We might want to put a little bit of this around. So we'll put a bit there, bit there, bit there, and a bit here. And then, so tea's only got one lot, so we need a couple more. So 1 and 2, and maybe that there on the end of the E. And we've got some bushes, so delicious fruit. It's a food source. We'll just sort of, we'll chuck a couple of bushes down. So 1 on the coffee pot, 1 on the teapot. We'll put 1 on the F just there, maybe 1 on that T, because that T's not got anything going for it right now. We'll put another little bit on the T just there, 1 on the end there. And do you know what? Let's add a bit in the middle of the sort of forested area, shall we? Put some lovely bushes down there, some lovely sort of fruits. And then we want to do this with seeds. So this means that things will grow out of the ground. So we get trees and plants and what have you. So I think this area here, let's just quite liberally just coat that in lovely seeds at the bottom there. We'll just chuck a load of seeds down the bottom. So they will grow. When we move time on, that'll grow. We'll do the same up here in the teapot spout, if you like. So we'll sort of fill that bit up as well. Maybe a bit going up there like that. So across to there, and then down into this sort of sandy, deserty bit. So sort of there, and then maybe some of the letters can have some seeds as well, like that. Maybe going up like that. The F can have some letters. Maybe the E down here. This E's not got much going for it right now either, so we'll chuck some stuff onto there. And then this O is sort of entirely forested, and a little bit there, and maybe a little bit just there. Okay, so we've got much going on. So if we just now sort of move time on a little bit, we should see that start filling in, and stuff is growing. Okay, marvellous. Right, so I want to wait for that to all fill in. So all that stuff is going to fill in, and there we go. So we've got coastlines around the sort of the pots. I didn't put it around the letters because it just seemed to be kind of unnecessary and a lengthy process. So there we go. So we've got our world kind of sorted and laid out now. And the green will slowly start spreading across the soil there. So the grass spreads across the bare soil. So now we need to put some people down. Now you can have other characters in. You can have elves and dwarves and orcs and stuff. We're just going to have humans, good old humans. And we're going to have different tribes. We're going to have 3 tea tribes and 3 coffee tribes. So let's place them down and then let's see what they're called. And the settlements have been placed. So in the tea corner, we have the settlement of Chamomile, the settlement of Yorkshire Gold, of course, and the settlement of Earl Grey. And representing coffee, we've got the settlement of Latte, the settlement of Americano, and the settlement of Espresso. And these are just the capital cities of larger realms, but of course they've not had a chance to spread and build anything else yet. So for example, if we look down, Americano, that is the capital city of the Kingdom of the Americano Americano dynasty, and Yorkshire Gold is the capital city of the Yorkshire tea lands, and all that kind of stuff. So I think now we're ready to go. I've scattered some animals around the place as well, so we've got ourselves some sheep and some chickens and some rabbits. I think now we sit back, we move time on, and we watch what happens. So now we can let battle commence. So I think we just do this. We will just press go and we'll see what happens. So now the game is unpaused. We can see stuff happening. Now, yeah, I'm not in any way biased, but let's go and look at what's happening in the village of Yorkshire Gold. So at the moment, not a lot is happening. You can see a little person there jumping around. They're going to be building some houses. I believe that's how it begins. They want somewhere to live. So we can watch what's going on. So you're building a little house. You're okay. The one is the size, by the way. That's the sort of settlement size. So at the minute, nobody really doing anything. They're just taking their time to, get in and get settled into their locations. Now down here, look, they've got a little fireplace. Latte, I've got a little sort of campfire. They are still building. Let's move time on a little bit quicker, shall we? There you go. Look, so they've got a settlement sort of building now. They've got quite a big building. Is this some sort of town hall or whatever? I don't know. A little house has appeared. They're building another house. Now, if that house appears, does that increase their settlement size to 2? No, it does not. But they're getting lots of little properties in. Americano looking pretty good as well, looking like the same sort of thing. I think Americano have got a bit of farming going on as well. Or is that a bush? I don't know. But they're spreading out. Look, they are spreading out a little bit. Let's scroll up here and just have a look. Now, Chamomile has got to size 2. Chamomile is a city size 2. It's currently the biggest city on the planet. Yorkshire Gold has gone up. At the minute, the tea is looking pretty good. Chamomile and Yorkshire Gold have got city sizes or settlements or whatever of 2. The coffees are still only on 1. The Chamomile's gone up to 3. Oh my goodness me. There must be something in the water. There's something in the tea. So look, they've got lots of stuff going on. They've got fields up here, so they're doing some farming. They've got lots of properties up here. They have got those bushes near them. So I wonder if that's helping them increase their city size. I would have thought down here would have been pretty good. I thought Latte would have been good because there's bushes down here, look. It's not like they're a million miles away. They've got many, many bushes. They want to go and increase their sort of food stocks. They could just nip down here, but yeah, they'll get to them eventually, look, and maybe that'll sort of kickstart their growth. Americano, over to size 4. That's pretty good. How's Espresso doing? Espresso not really doing too well, and Earl Grey really struggling over there. Is there anything over here, Earl Grey? Well, I mean, come on now. There's no one there. Has the person from Earl Grey died? Has the Earl Grey settlement gone already? Oh my! Earl Grey's gone. Earl Grey has gone. Oh, it's a catastrophic blow for tea because tea are down to 2 settlements. Something must have happened here. Something must have happened to the Earl Grey settlement, and they have died out. They have died. I mean, they've got food. They've got a bush. They've got themselves a little bit of farming going on, but something must have happened and they are gone. Earl Grey are out of it already. Oh my goodness me. Now it's a good job that Chamomile is actually doing quite well because, they've got to now offset the loss of one of the tea settlements. So what do we do? If we add the numbers up, we've got 7, 11, so 15 population size for the coffees if you add them up. And what's that? 24 for the tea. Okay, so it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good for tea at the moment. Americano is going very, very well. That is getting a lot of stuff. There's a lot of population there. And also all the animals. I like the way when you zoom in, it kind of gets a bit clearer. The animals obviously breed as well. So I think on these islands, I put 2 of each animal down. So I put like a couple of sheep and a couple of chickens. But they've obviously bred. They've obviously bred an awful lot. And there's huge populations of chickens on this one. There's loads and loads of rabbits on this one. There's all sorts of animals all over the place. Now I imagine if they get them in their villages, they kind of domesticate them, I would kind of guess. So I would guess that's what happens. I can't see any there, but look, they're building little roads. There's little kids. There's sort of little child ones running around, and I think you can click on them and see what's going on with them. So that is an inspector. Okay, you're age 1. You're 1 year old and you've already got a job as an inspector. You're called Tahocha. You've got quite a lot of health, and I think that's how well fed you are. See, maybe that's what befell the Earl Greys. Maybe they just didn't have enough food. This is a huge development. This is a big development because the Americanos have got another settlement. So they've moved away from the capital city of Americano. They've now got What? Esiwovo. They've got Americano and Esiwovo, which is a very rare special type of coffee. But they've settled over here on this island, presumably because there's bushes over here, and there's lots of sort of rabbits and stuff for them to go and eat and what have you and domesticate. That is a very important thing. Oh my goodness me. Oh, there's all sorts of stuff going on. Hang on a minute. Right. So Lusork, who is a Yorkshire Gold, that's another village from the Yorkshire Golds. They've set up over there. That's very intriguing. However, who are you guys? Hang on. Whoa. Who are they? Hang on. Let me try and find where they are. Who are you guys? What realm are you from? Ohireva from the Espresso realms. So they've come over here. So the Espressos have set up shop in the middle of the teapot. This is outrageous. That is outrageous behaviour, Espresso. You can't go and set up shop there. And Ottibod, the Lattes have set up their second city as well. So Ottibod has now set up. So the Lattes, population of 21, the Chamomiles were looking very strong at one point. They looked really, really strong, but they just sort of peaked at 18. They're not really going anywhere, and they have not set up any other settlements. So, oh my goodness me, you guys need to get a wriggle on. And the Chamomiles have settled a new city, and they have dared to trespass upon the coffee pot. Now, if we go down here, I wonder if there is a fight happening. Yes, look. I think, there was a bit of a war. I don't think the Lattes, with their gigantic city of 46, I don't think they took too kindly to the Chamomile, whatever you are. What are you? The Chamomile Nation or something like that? What are you? So you were the Chamomile Empire. I don't think that the Lattes took too kindly to them setting up here. And I think they came in and killed them. I think they brutally killed them to death. And that city will just sort of fade away. I don't think there's anybody else living in here anymore. I don't think that's going to happen unless they can send people down from here. Maybe they could send some people down from there. But of course, the Lattes have now got a third city. They've got Ottibod down here on the handle, if you like. So yeah, that's doing pretty well. Kukinsk is up here, kind of at the top, near the sort of the spout, near the pouring area. So that's looking pretty good as well. So yeah, it's looking very, very good for the Lattes. I would say right now, it's swaying more toward the coffee. Coffee looks like it is proving to be the stronger, which I'm entirely impartial and I'm fine with that. Oh my goodness me. The Yorkshire Tea Lands have tried to set up shop over here on the coffee pot, and they have been very, very swiftly removed. Look at that. The people from the Latte realms came in and utterly, utterly destroyed them. So yeah, the Yorkshire Teas have tried to come down here and set up shop, but yeah, it just did not work. It did not work at all. So yeah, the Latte, I mean, that's size 54. Is that the biggest we've got? Yeah, that is enormous. So yes, the Latte, the city of Latte and the Latte, what did we call them again? Were they the Latte realms? I forget now. There's 6 of them to remember. The Latte Kingdom. So the Latte Kingdom, yeah, they're looking very good. They're looking very good. They've not quite got full dominance over the coffee pot because this place of Iwona, from the Chamomile, what do we ever call them? The Chamomile Empire. That is still down here, and it obviously is still thriving because there are people here. So, you know, stuff is going on here. They're mining some stone and they're getting some food and they've got a campfire and they've got lots of sheep and chickens and what have you. So that is growing, and these guys haven't come in to kill them yet, which I thought they might have done. But yeah, they really didn't like the Yorkshire Tea people coming in. They were very, very cross about that. Another city has appeared. Another Americano city. They've got the cough. They've got the COF of coffee sorted. And there's another espresso city as well. Oh my goodness me! If Fever is on the first E, espresso on the second E. So the espressos have got the E's, and the Americanos have got the cough, and the lattes have the coffee pot. It looks like there's another settlement. There's another Yorkshire tea settlement. Is that going to go well? It looks like, and they're fighting, and I think they've been killed. I think they have been very much killed. I think they might be dead. Of course, there's nothing to say that the tribes themselves will not fight each other within their own sort of caffeinated sort of brands there. So the tea people will fight each other and the coffee people will fight each other. So if Americano tried to set up just here on the latte sort of coffee pot, then they will have a fight. They're not on teams as such, they're all out for themselves. And the A has indeed just been colonised by the Chamomile people. So they've created the city of Pesitinsk. So that's growing quite quickly. That is going to be quite big, I think. They've got the whole reign of that A there. They could just go and do whatever they like there. So there'll be plenty of room there. There is another latte city here on the coffee pot. They've got Nigovo. That's going to grow very well. Oh my goodness me. all sorts of stuff going on in the coffee pot. And the Yorkshire people have finally got themselves another city, but so have the lattes. No, not the lattes. What are you? You're the espressos. The espressos have set up another city down here. Now, are they going to like that? Are the Yorkshire tea realm going to like this? Because they might not be too impressed that there's people on their teapot. I do not know. There's another city. Oh my goodness me. So they set up Lutisod and Vibucona as well. Okay, it's all kicking off. Oh, hooray, 1,000 creatures. I haven't placed 1,000 creatures. I imagine 1,000 creatures have been born. Yay for godly fireworks. Okay, right, let's just sit back. That is very big. That city is growing ludicrously quickly just here. This new city here has just got to the size 45, whereas this place here, it went down a bit. It went down. Are they warring? I think there might be a fight. Yes, look, hang on a minute. Slow time down. War is raging between tea and coffee. Oh my goodness me. War rages between the espresso city of Uhikirsk and the capital city of the Yorkshire tea lands of Yorkshire Gold. And it looks like the Yorkshire Golds are losing because that has come down. And look, lots of their cities buildings are burnt to a crisp. Oh my goodness me. I mean, they're trying to rebuild. They're trying to rebuild as best they can. So there you go. Yeah, I'm sure they'll sort of get back. But yeah, that city did increase in size very, very rapidly indeed. Oh, it's all kicking off now. It's all kicking off. And meanwhile, the Americanos just quite happily, just quietly just sitting here, an extra city thrown in there, just quietly just getting on with stuff, not really going to war, not settling on other lands, just quite merrily just getting on with stuff. Are they the dark horses? Are they going to come through at the end and just prove to be victorious because they've stayed out of the way? Time will tell. The teapot is looking under threat. It looks like the coffees are coming in and slowly but surely taking control of the teapot. Can the chamomiles do anything? Or are they just too relaxed? The chamomiles are just too entirely relaxed and chilled out to want to do anything else. They've got they've got the tea of the tea and they've got an A. So, you know, they're probably just fine and they just really chilled out because chamomile tea is lovely and soothing. So they're just feeling all sort of soothed and nice. But okay, 108 now. Oh, this city is getting huge. And is that a chamomile city? Oh, you brave folks. You brave folks. A chamomile city has emerged over here. I don't hold out much hope that's going to last very long. Let's move Tom on nice and quick and we'll see. So they're building some... I mean, they are here. Oh, no. And they've come in. And it was their... I think that was their tea compatriots. I think that was the Yorkshire tea lands have come in. And yeah, they've said, no, don't do that. Oh, no. And now in there... Oh, no, yeah. Is that going to go? Is that going to go? No, see, look. They've managed to build. That is an espresso city. Oh, no. Oh, no, but they've gone. They've gone. The teas didn't like that after all. The Yorkshire tea lands got together and eliminated them. I don't think they can go down here and eliminate these, though. This place is just growing ludicrously. It is very, very big. And the city of Lutisod has been attacked and it is almost gone. They're clinging on. So it's gone from a city size of, what, it was on 20 or something, was it? Down to 2. So the city of Lutisod is almost gone. So one of the big Yorkshire tea cities has collapsed. And oh no, oh, it's looking terrible for Yorkshire Gold. And the capital city of the Yorkshire teas is gone. Oh, it's a shocker. It's a shocker. Oh my goodness me. The Yorkshire Gold is gone. Oh, this can't be happening. This is terrible. And the Americanos have dared to tread onto the teapot as well. The Americanos have come down here and they've got a little settlement down here on the teapot. Now, are these guys going to like that? This place is enormous. Uhikirsk is just huge. But these guys seem to be here relatively sort of unchallenged. Nobody's really that bothered about the Americanos setting up there. We've got these guys are well on the handle. So we've got the espressos on the handle with the city of Opavois. They're in the middle with the city of Ohireva. And they're over here with the city of Uhikirsk, which is just gargantuan. And another city there. And the Chamomiles have took this opportunity to go, do you know what? We'll settle up over here. We'll start up on the spout, as it were. But then as soon as anyone tries to set up, these guys just completely come in and just stamp all on their faces. So yeah, it looks like the espressos may well have control of the teapot, which is a disaster. It's a disaster for side tea. Do you know what, though? Very quietly down here in the corner of the coffee pot, we have the chamomile city of Oviwona which is absolutely thriving. It has a size of 138, so it's the second biggest settlement on the planet, and it's not too far behind this one here. It's not too far behind Uhikersk with 152. They're on 142, so they are not too far behind at all. So the coffees may well have quite a good quite a good stronghold over on the teapot, but the tea has got the biggest city on the coffee pot. I mean, it's all kind of in reverse. It's all gone back to front. That's the capital of Yorkshire Tea's realm. Hang on, we need to rename that. I can't be doing with that. Can we rename that whilst it's in progress? Yes, we can. Okay, let's call it Yorkshire Decaf, because why not? Yorkshire Decaf. Because we've had Yorkshire Gold, that's gone. That was over here. It's now been destroyed. Yorkshire Decaf is the capital of the Yorkshire Tea lands. But yeah, they might have a little bit of something to say up there with those guys. But okay, yeah, 160, 163. The battle for the biggest city is very much on. And it's really close. As soon as these guys creep up, they go up. Oh, they've just fallen. But look, I think they're having a war. These guys are having a massive fight by the look of it, because the populations of both are coming down. They've both got the big castles. These guys are still pretty strong. But yeah, look, there's all sorts of fighting going on. The lattes are being absolutely pegged back. They've come down. They were very, very big at one point. But now look, they're on 87. I think the hostility will stop for now. But yeah, of course, that has brought them back down and allowed this place up here to get a significant lead in the biggest city. Oh my goodness me, it's all kicking off now. But yeah, I like the fact that the biggest city on the teapot is a coffee city and the biggest city on the coffee pot is a tea city. That's not really gone to plan. It's also looking bad for the chamomile settlement of Rarod, because that looks to have been pretty heavily damaged as well. Yeah, there's a few homes about, and I think they're trying to survive, but I don't hold out much hope. I think they're getting too close to the mighty city of Uhikersk, which is nearly size 200. That's just ridiculous compared to some of the other ones. But yeah, I think they're going to get too close. I don't hold out much hope for the people of Rarod. And one of the Yorkshire tea cities on the teapot has fallen. Oh, dearie me. And there is more battle going on here. So the people of Opivois, who are from the Espresso Kingdom, over here on the handle, do not like the fact that they have some Yorkshire tea neighbours over here. But I think the Yorkshire teas have fought back. I think they are rebuilding from that little conflict. And it doesn't look like there's that many people over on the handle. If they wanted to, they could go over there and probably take them. I think they probably could do that. Now, I don't know if they will or not. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, there's one less city now and another. Oh, it's another espresso city over here on the teapot. I think Uhikersk has kind of peaked at 210. How is the other city doing? Ovivona not too far behind now. 194, 193, maybe a bit of conflict going on. Yeah, it looks like it actually. There's some more fighting going on up here, which obviously hurts the population because people keep being killed due to war. But there we go. So yeah, this place is catching up with Uhikersk, but they can't really make any damage. They can't make any dents. They can't take out the city of Latte or whatever. They can't take out any of these settlements here. So they just sort of very, very slowly just sort of hemmed round in this corner, just very slowly moving up, but not really making that much difference. Although the city of Latte has just gone down in size, as has this place. So I guess they are fighting once again. Yes, and look, there's a few more burnt buildings, some more rebuilding going on. So yes, the fight down there continues. Americano's just quietly sort of getting on with stuff. Yorkshire, the realms of Yorkshire tea, the Yorkshire tea lands, there's only 2 cities left. It's really, really looking bleak. It's looking very bleak indeed. These guys need to survive. The chamomile's looking very strong though. But yeah, not really. They're not really taking the fight to the coffees. They're not really doing it. So yeah, coffee looking pretty dominant at the minute. I think the Yorkshire tea people might have a bit of a traitor in their midst, because they have a person called Kofe. But he's a Yorkshire tea person. He belongs to the Yorkshire tea lands, but he's called Kofe. I think that's him just there. Yeah, look. Oh, that's not good, is it? That's not good at all. You need to cast this guy out. You need to cast this person out. I don't know, chuck him in the sea or something. I don't really know. But I suspect he might be working for the other side. The Yorkshire Teas are in trouble on the teapot. It's not looking good. Their one remaining city on the teapot here of Vibucona is being attacked, and I think they are losing. I don't think it's going very well. Although I think they might be doing a bit of a counter-attack there. But no, I think they might go. I think the Yorkshire Teas might lose their presence here on the teapot. Oh my goodness me, yeah, there's all sorts of killing going on. There are still some people surviving. I think they're trying to fight back, but I don't think it's going to work. I think the Yorkshire Teas are going to lose this. I don't think, yeah, it's a downside one, and it's gone. It's gone. The Yorkshire Teas have gone. Oh my goodness me. The teapot, there's a little city down here. So the Americanos have braved to set up a little city in the corner here, over in the corner of the teapot. There's a few sort of burnt houses and stuff, but I think they're doing okay. I think they'll probably be all right. But yeah, if these guys spread down and start getting closer, I think that'll be it. And yeah, Rod as well. That's not looking too good either. These guys just keep coming in and killing them. The people from the gigantic city of Uhikursk are just coming in. They're just too powerful. They just overpower the poor people of Rod of the Chamomile Empire. So yeah, it's looking a bit dicey over on the teapot. And the city of Latte has taken some serious damage there. Oh my goodness me. Another great big conflict between the Chamomile city of Overwona and the capital city of the Latte Empire. And yeah, that really did hurt the Latte capital city there. They took some damage. They've been pushed back a bit. Yeah, I mean, these guys could continue pressing. They probably would be able to take that eventually, but it's down to 61 now. That was the biggest city on the planet at one point. Now it is not so. I don't even think it's in the top. It's in the top 3 because there's a city here that's quite big. So Pesitinsk is size 67. Obviously, Uhikursk is massive. That's gargantuan. So that's number 1. Ovivona is number 2. And then is there any down here that are any bigger that are just secretly just sort of sitting there? No. Okay, no. So it might even be Pesitinsk is number 3 and then Latte is number 4, I think. Latte is number 4. And then, yeah, I mean, the single remaining Yorkshire Tea land city is not too small, but it's not really doing anything. It's not making a dent. Oh, my goodness me. The city up here, the Chamomile city up here on the spout of the teapot is gone. It is no more. The teapot has fallen. Oh my goodness me, the teapot is entirely controlled by the espressos. Oh my goodness me, look at it. The entire thing is espresso. Oh no, it's a disaster for Team Tea. It's a glorious, glorious victory for Team Coffee. So now we kind of need to rely on you guys down here. The Chamomiles need to take out the lattes. If they can take out the capital city, that's got to be that's a big win, isn't it there? If they take them out, that's got to be a huge victory. That city is tumbling. The castle's gone. There was a castle down here. That is now no more. So yeah, you guys need to sort of spread out this way a bit, get into this city and take it down. That might help. If you can control the bottom of the coffee pot, you might be able to then sort of exact revenge upon the coffees for controlling the teapot. You might be able to get control of the coffee pot. So I think if there was a world that was entirely powered by caffeine, like this one is, because, you know, everyone's either drinking tea or drinking coffee, I think it's only natural to assume that perhaps extraterrestrial beings might be interested. They might want to pop down and just see what the heck is going on. So I think we might throw in a couple of UFOs. Let's put 4 UFOs in. We'll put one there, one over here, and one up here. So there'll be 2 in tea lands, 2 in coffee lands. And yeah, the aliens are just coming down to see what it's all about. Maybe they can have themselves a lovely cup of tea or coffee. So let's just drop a couple of UFOs in, shall we? There we go, look. So there's some UFOs. They're just going to go round and enjoy the place. I mean, they're currently blowing up Americano lands. Oh, and the tea lands are on fire as well. I mean, okay, so this place is on fire. They've kind of set fire. They've gone up here. They've gone over to the lattes. They've gone over to the lattes rather than down here. They've gone over there. But up here, the Chamomile cities on the A of the T are in a pretty bad way. They're in a pretty bad way. And oh no, the espresso, the first E of coffee is taking a bit of a kicking. They are taking some serious damage too. They're picking on them quite a lot. Whereas the one up here seems to have left the teapot alone. Yeah, look, because I did put one up here. That's obviously come down here somewhere. Or it's been destroyed. Oh, but look. Oh! Oh my goodness me. The UFOs are causing untold damage. They're causing all sorts of carnage to happen. Hang on one moment. Let's change it down. So the capital city of the Americanos, which had been there for so long, for so many years, has just been completely and utterly annihilated. It's just been completely wiped out. And now they've got a UFO here, one here, and one here. The UFOs are favouring the tea at the moment. They're favouring the tea. There's one UFO up here who really hates tea. He's really annoyed at the fact that you can't just have it instantly like coffee. You have to wait. And do you put the milk in first or last? He's really angry at these guys because they do it wrong. So he's just annihilating them up there. So one of the chamomile cities is gone. But yeah, down here, very much picking on the coffees. Really, really picking on the coffees. The Americanos are almost gone. But now look, he's going up here. The aliens are coming up here. No, they've decided to turn their attentions onto the Yorkshire decafs. Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe at all. Ovewona down here looking pretty good. The whatever that city was on the handle there, on the handle of the coffee pot, they are gone. They are gone. Another new little place has started up. Oh, some supreme damage here. And will the capital fall? Will the capital of the espressos collapse? Because it is in a bad way. It is in a bad way. It's a little bit on fire, and everybody there is possibly a little bit dead. So yeah, oh my goodness me, it's causing all sorts of carnage. But also the Yorkshire teas. The Yorkshire teas, there's two of them. They really, really are. The aliens are furious that this is decaf. They're absolutely livid. They've come down here for caffeine. They've turned up and these guys offer them decaf tea and they are furious. So there's two of them annihilating the Yorkshire tea population. There's buildings on fire. The people are screaming. It's, oh my goodness me. It's just sort of unwanted destruction. It's just all sorts of terrible. The coffee pot, mostly left alone. Ovewona looking very big still, and the teapot left alone as well. They just sort of got on with things. They sort of attacked a little bit, and then the UFOs have gone away to deal with something else. But yeah, the Yorkshire decaf is really taking a hammering. It's taking a proper kicking from the aliens. Oh no! And the aliens have moved over to the chamomile. They've got annoyed as well. Okay. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, right. There's some serious damage going on from the aliens. And the Yorkshire teas nearly went out. The Yorkshire teas were nearly destroyed, but they've put a city back here. Is this UFO going to destroy the final remaining Yorkshire tea city of Padoi? I don't think they are. I think they've been lenient. They've showed them mercy, and they're flying over here now. Now the other thing is, do the UFOs go away? Because they've come to this place and they have caused all sorts of carnage. They're causing all sorts of damage. But do they go away? Are our people able to fight off the UFOs? I'm not entirely sure. The capital city of Chamomile is gone. The capital of Chamomile has gone, and Ovewona now is the Chamomile capital. It's just been completely wiped off the map. Oh my goodness me, these UFOs have come in and they're all over the place. The aliens are really, really angry at our tea and coffee drinking habits. Look at the destruction up here. There's so many explosions and flames. It's like a scene from Independence Day. If Independence Day was filmed on a giant teapot. But look at it. They're just going round and destroying so many buildings. The aliens do not care now. They are not bothered who they attack. They're just attacking whoever, wherever, because the aliens are clearly in a very, very bad mood. Maybe the aliens haven't had a cup of tea. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we need to get them a cup of chamomile really urgently. And the aliens really did go to town down here. Oh my goodness me. Ovewona, which was the second biggest city in the world, is now in ruins. And Latte might actually be able to come in and steal a bit of that. In fact, the only real big city that's left is this one here, Uhika. It seems to have escaped the attention of the aliens. But yeah, the aliens are still here. Now, I'm not entirely sure how we destroy the aliens. I think we might need to go in ourselves and take them down. So let's go and have a look. I think we can take them down with lightning. I think that's what we can do. So we can stop the aliens now. We're going to fight back. We're going to fight back. It's time for us to start dealing with the aliens. Okay, yeah, you're not coming over here. So let's try it. There we go. So it's blown that up. Ovewona sort of got hit by lightning a little bit because I'm a terrible shot. But there we go. So we've stopped you. Where are the other ones? Where are the other UFOs? There's one up here, just sort of setting fire to nothingness now. So there you go. Another UFO has gone. Oh, look at that. It's just, this is terrible. It's become Fallout. Look, there's just some horrible sort of wasteland. Lots of dead, everything burnt down buildings. There's a few rabbits around. And then Husuhod, the people of Husuhod just emerging to this horrific charred landscape. Oh dear. And I can hear another UFO. Although I can't see it. It's over here somewhere. Okay, right, well, in interest of fairness, let's take you out as well. So let's try and get you. No, I sort of missed a bit. Can you stay still? And boot. No. It's a tricky one to hit this year. There we go. UFO gone. It did land on that settlement and it has destroyed it. Okay, so one of the settlements on the top of the coffee pot has gone. And, oh my goodness me, the world is very, very much changed there. The world is very much changed after the invasion of the aliens. And T is looking desperately, desperately sad right now. We've got ourselves 2 T cities left. That is it. We've got Ovewona down here and then Husuhod up here. And that is it. That is it for the realms of T. May have accidentally dropped a couple of tornadoes here onto the teapot where a lot of the espresso empire might be. I don't know quite how that happened. The mouse, I just must have accidentally clicked. But, there's a couple of them now going around the place, causing a little bit of damage. I mean, they're going through and knocking down houses and crops and stuff. This one over here, this got bored of people. This has just gone off to have a look at the sea. That's fun. That can become like a water spout or something. But yeah, I mean, that's a shame. I don't know quite how that happened. I will absolutely redouble efforts to make sure that nothing terrible happens to all of the coffee empire stuff ever again. It's actually a joyous day for the people of the Espresso Empire because it's Christmas Day and they're going to get a little present because look, there's a Santa hat here. So we're just going to let Santa go and visit them. There he is, look. Good old Father Christmas. I don't know exactly what he's delivering there. It seems to me he's delivering presents. They're just huge bags of presents. This is what people want, some lovely presents. Oh, and there he goes there. Cheerio, cheerio, Father Christmas. I think you did miss some people out though. So let's just make sure that you get the people in Uhikurs. Because, this place it's very, very big and very, very busy. So you want to make sure that we got everybody there. So there you go. Deliver some more presents to this place. There we go. Lovely present giving. There we go. Aren't we generous? Look, giving all these presents away to the people on the teapot there from the Espresso Empire. There we go. Don't say we never give you anything, you lot. And we've had some reports of people over here saying the coffee isn't hot enough, which is very unfortunate. And in no way is this a biased thing to do. But we're just going to use there's a little heat ray here. So I'm just going to sort of heat things up over here just to make sure that the coffee here in the espresso room is hot enough. Because, you don't want cold espresso. So what we'll do is we'll just make sure that everything is lovely and hot. Sure, we'll just really make sure that it's nice and hot. Again, this is entirely impartial. And there's no bias going on here. We don't want T to win, of course not. So yeah, we'll just make sure that that's fine. And also down here as well, we'll go through here and again make sure that it's nice hot coffee. You don't want cold coffee. That's just unpleasant. You don't want lukewarm coffee if it's not quite there. So there we go. Nice and warm. We'll just sort of warm this bit up as well. I mean, they're very resistant down here, I think, to the chill of the coffee. But there we go. So there we go. We've warmed up the coffee there. Marvellous. Lovely warm coffee for everybody. I suspect the coffee may have been a bit too hot because it seems that all the people over here who were part of the very significantly huge coffee empires have all been killed. Oh my goodness, how could that have happened? There's another issue here down in the city here of Chapino, which is a latte city. There's been an outbreak of zombies. I mean, I think they might have been eating some infected rabbit meat or something, I don't know. But there's quite a lot of zombies. They are going to be causing quite a bit of trouble for this settlement just here. I mean, they are fighting them off. Slowly but surely, they are able to sort of fight them, and they've got weapons and stuff. But the zombies are sort of burning the place down and killing everybody. But what? They'll have to deal with that. They'll have to deal with that. That'll teach the coffee drinking people for eating those infected rabbits, won't it? Of course. So it turns out that the zombies have actually overpowered all of the humans on the E here of the word T. All the humans have dead. They have fallen to the zombies. And the zombies are now just roaming around the place. So yeah, they've taken the E. It is now under zombie control. So we should never come here again. This is now a no-go zone. And I think legally we are now obliged to call this the Zombie. Now, as a god, you have access to many powers. So we've got all these different things here. We've got ourselves a variety of bombs. We've got ourselves the nice thing that heats things up, which we used over here, which I think might have caused a little bit of a problem. But, they should have made themselves more heat resistant. They should have evolved. But it's very important that when you're holding these things, you don't just sort of, misuse them. And, what's this? This is some sort of meteorite. I mean, you shouldn't sort of idly wave that around. Oh, my goodness me. some meteorites just fell out of the sky and have destroyed a significant amount of the coffee sort of settlements. That is a big surprise. I mean, I should have been more careful. I apologise. I'll not use any of those ever again. Oh, and the city of Latte's gone. The city of Latte just fell. Oh my goodness me. So the capital of the Latte Empire has gone. It's moved up to here, the city of Negovo in the middle there. And I think that is the only remaining coffee city on the map. So now I don't know if they're going to last. They're slowly being surrounded by chamomile cities. I mean, they're still in it. They're still in it there. They're in the middle. They're in the middle of the coffee pot. They're kind of on the waterline level of the coffee pot, I suppose. You know, the maximum fill level, I guess. So, yeah, they're still here. They're still surviving. How long for? Because these settlements around them are going to get bigger and bigger, and I imagine they are going to be fighting. So, yeah, it might not be too long before the Negovo settlement is also gone. There's fighting happening there. I can see it happening. These guys coming in here from this place are having a little scrap. Look, there's war happening. The population is dropping. Negovo might well go very soon. And the city of Negovo might well fall. There is war happening. And I think... Are they gone? They're gone. They are gone. The city of Negovo is gone. The final Latte city has fallen. And all that remains on the map are cities of the Chamomile Empire. Let's just go and have a quick look. So there we go. So let's have a look. What was it again? The Chamomile. Yes, it was the Chamomile Empire. They reign victorious. And we've proven, I think beyond all doubt there, that tea are the worthy winners. Look at that. The teapot now is entirely occupied by tea, by a tea settlement, a tea civilization, which is brilliant. So, you know, that looks very good. The coffee pot now also hosts the biggest city in the world. Look at that, 246 city size down here in the corner of the coffee pot. So a glorious and entirely impartial victory for tea there. Oh, well done, tea. I mean, it was a good show. I mean, it started off quite badly for tea, didn't it? With the elimination of Earl Grey so early on. They were down to just 2 tea-based kind of empires. But they have pulled through it with entirely no help from anybody. And of course, yes, they have won. And it is all very wonderful. And yes, that is Super WorldBox as well, which is a lot of fun. You know, you just get to mess around and just have a laugh with things. I mean, we've created all sorts of devastation and havoc all over the place. The F on this coffee here, I assume that was the UFOs. They've just gone to town here. The F, the first F in coffee, is quite destroyed in the middle there. That's looking all sorts of bad. We've got an island that's full of zombies. just hundreds and hundreds of zombies, just all sort of jumping up and down. And I don't know, I mean, surely they would just fall apart soon because they're not eating anything. But whatever the case, an island full of zombies, and everything else is just left as a sort of kind of a, I mean, it was a desolate sort of place. I guess now they're repairing slowly but surely. You know, they're getting things back on track. They're rebuilding. They're getting nice farms and stuff in place. I mean, down here's taking a bit of damage as well. There's some sort of, you know, broken bits of land down there. And, you know, everything is kind of coming back together. I mean, certainly down here doesn't look good. That is a bit of a mess down there. That'll need some work as well. But there we go. So the question has been answered. Which is best, tea or coffee? We put it to this entirely scientific test, which, you know, I'm sure scientists would look at this and say that everything was very measured and balanced and it was entirely fair. And we have proven without a shadow of a doubt that tea is better than coffee. And with that, I think we shall take our leave from Super WorldBox. I hope you have enjoyed this. If you have, then please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with all the other stuff and nonsense that we get up to in the Geek Cupboard. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. I really hope I don't have to send children down into coal mines or whatever, because I would feel like a terrible person. Hello, robot, and I shall call you Alan. Still some homeless people, still hungry people, still sick people. Okay, if you try and reach London, you will end up frosty and dead. Great big human lollipop.